Yeah, just to check. All right, do you want to try?
Hello.
Yeah, that'll come through perfectly.
Yeah, should do.
Sweet.
So you want me to check it?
Well,
Um,
yeah.
I'll bring it left hand.
Yeah, bring your laptop.
Yeah.
Mitch, do you want to start getting people lined up? We've got about 5 minutes.
Can I just put
So, we're going to bring them in as the order I put out there. So, Bradman's going to come into the back left corner. Then, Cuthbert's going to come into this corner. And Elliot will go there and then close them.
Are you excited today? Yeah, definitely.
We thought we'd just do it in, I don't know. See how it works. So then, we've got to stay within the masking tape. We did it on Friday. Yeah. Dennis and I just did it once. It didn't take We are so efficient. Alright, so let's start getting them. What's that? So Bradman, Cuthbert, Elliot, Fraser, and I'll put their banners around.
Great.
So we'll just put the banners on the side.
Yeah.
Yeah. See how it goes. I'll see how it goes. Well, it says it takes 30 days. He'll do it. Mr. Ben will work it out. Harris is.
Harris, the IT techno. Oh, you want that news? Thank you.
Yeah. See, the issue with
Some
this
of
crew.
them won't.
It would be much better, right? In my opinion. Like, I'm talking about next week.
Yeah,
It's more important.
You
want it? You want there to be a better view. So I'm not saying we put a chair here, but can you guys just move a second?
Whatever you like. So you want to put it there.
Well, I'm just thinking in terms of like what the audience can see next week.
Yeah,
Like,
so she said they get to Mr.
that would be a much closer view.
Yes, she should be here.
But I reckon next week maybe we'll have a little table. That's not so
Yeah.
intrusive.
Yeah.
But you know, it's as close to this person as possible,
Yeah,
so they
no
can
problem.
hear it
Yeah.
clearly, and they can
See,
see their friends.
As Lee was just saying, some people will want this and some people will want the
Stand,
microphone stand because they've got their cards. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
but
she
some
might
people
want
want
that.
to do this.
Yeah,
as well.
yeah.
So,
Yeah.
if you want to do this, it's a bit fun.
Yeah, that'd be great. It's just the reality of it. Yeah. Yeah.
So they're going to be like aisles, like
No, there's just 4 sections. See, they're marked out.
Yeah.
So 1, 2,
Yeah.
3, 4 houses.
Yeah.
And that's an aisle there and an aisle there. We did that. So I reckon this is probably better. Maybe we'll just split that.
Why?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going.
I mean, it's absolutely fine.
I think so. And next week I'll get a little table. It doesn't be silly.
Well, actually, a good table. Well, actually, that's fine. We'll just leave it. You could use that as a table. Next week, we'll put a
you need to
Yeah,
do
take-
this.
yeah.
The Cadwell
Because if we-
South.
thank you.
Oh, yeah, we could
We
take
won't be able to set this up on Friday. Thank you.
Do you need the Cadwell South?
Right. But we can. Yeah, that's actually.
Yeah, we'll
Maybe
do
that would
nicer.
go this side. So it's not in the way of.
Oh, I'm not going to be here for the inter-house thing next week.
Why?
Oops, I'm going away on Thursday.
Where you going?
What Douglas? So that's lovely.
Right.
But yeah, I just realised I'm
Isn't
not going to be
it
here.
Don't arrange yourself in the
Yeah.
bits there.
Yeah, I just remember that.
You get someone else to
Yeah,
help out.
yeah. Ella, we've got
School council Wednesday. I don't know whether you'll be able to make it.
I will be able to, because we leave on Thursday morning, so I will be able to go in.
Goody.
Yeah.
So you can sit there and smile and say, I'm going to put that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody throw things at you.
Yeah.
Think
And then
we could- let's put it this way.
yeah. Because we're going to come back this 3 days after school.
Pardon?
I come back in this 3 days.
Yeah.
Oh, you know.
Hey, Kate.
It's really
Just
bad
trying to find
timing
the
though.
best. This is the webcast.
All
I
right.
know what Kira's
I mean-
doing. And then 8 to sleep over.
The lights are annoying there, and plus you can't see.
Yeah. And then Kira gets back, and then the next day she goes on it. So she gets back. We get back on Tuesday.
So she goes on the second half.
Yep.
Yeah.
I go on the first half.
Yeah, you can hold the microphone or you can speak.
Wow.
I was called last minute.
So you don't
Other
need
thing
to
we
do
had
that,
to
right?
do.
Yeah,
So then you
oh
can-
yeah, we guys,
We
we
have
have
to have
to
Yeah, we'll need to do that before the
Oh, no. Yeah, I think I'm gonna hold it. Okay. No.
That's what I always say to public speaking. See if rap, honestly, someone.
Alright, I gotta go later. See ya.
Change it up.
and we'll look through that.
Yeah.
Then,
Yeah.
we'll go into the serious part. Yeah. Oh, Neve, I can see we're going to be entertained.
Music, right?
Oh, I know what that's
Storytelling is the tradition is just about telling a story. There's wording, it's words. There's saying
Yeah.
sort of like poetry. I mean, it came from poetry, so yeah, it's interesting.
Now, the second hand, pick that microphone past it because some of them are different sizes.
Yeah, no.
Do we have good morning? Okay. Yeah.
Just go.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, now I'm freaking out. Me too. I didn't think so.
This one's the one we kept.
This is the one we know where the others are.
Yeah.
We just don't have not this stage.
It's
Next year. No, it's
Yeah.
not. As long as we've got one.
Got one, it looks nice. We're fine.
Where would you like me to
I can't remember, but I have started organising a timetable. What I would love to do is Thursday catch up.
Yeah, sure.
Really go through that.
Yeah, yeah.
I want to talk to a couple of teachers and tell you feedback actually today.
Yeah.
Where we
How are you? Oh, George.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes, we are. Yeah. Is he going to get that? He can have it down there. That's fine. Go sit down. Where we put it?
Wait, so are you giving out?
I'll read out the name and you. And can I how do you say your surname? Moon. Thank you. Then I got it right. I like Moon. Straight out to where you can you don't want to.
It's much harder to keep cool. Oh. Yeah, but how do you keep cool? I don't get. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't really have a problem with keeping cool, but what Sam does is he uses a lot of random music under one mum.
Really?
Absolutely. Yes, yeah.
I'm going to get a cool gel pad before I become.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just going to get it now. They're available on the market, so I may as well just get one. I'm not there yet.
Yeah.
The reason I'm Hello. It's a different thing, but I need it to be inside.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
Good morning, everybody. What an exciting way to start assembly. It just looks wonderful to see us colours all sitting together and people of all different ages sitting together. Congratulations on the way you walked in. That was really a credit to you. Can we please have all house leaders, house captains and house reps walk out the front really quietly to lead the oath this morning. Semester 2 people, not semester 1 people. Beautifully done. You can see why you're the leaders. Okay, girls and boys, if you're on the floor, would you please stand up? After 2, 1, 2.
I'll do my best on the Australian flag, my country, my family, school. I'll be honest and reliable, show kindness and respect, be gentle and respectful for those who aren't.
I now have Miss Lyons will start reading the anthem.
Australians, old and country, oh, we are young and free. With golden sun, our is good sea. Our land has in ages of beauty, rich and rare. It's great and we sing our hearts to share.
Now we have the 60 certificates. May all the teachers please come up to give out their certificates.
Good morning, everyone. I'm standing in for Mr. Watkins today. He's off on some busy, important work. So he has given a certificate in the area of character, and he's giving this person because she has shown consistent determination and perseverance to improve her class hockey sessions. Oh, in her class hockey sessions, sorry. She has impressed with her skill development and shown a wonderfully positive attitude throughout the hockey unit. And this goes to Alexandra Nielsen. So congratulations.
I've got one today for this one is for character. This student has a great attitude. She's a wonderful motivator to her peers to keep them on in games, narrate recent production with our dance moves, and she's a respectful, honest, and responsible member of NL2 and is raised LLTS. My certificate is in communication, and this goes to a student who clearly communicates her ideas when working in a small group. She attentively listens to other students and builds on their opinions in a respectful manner. Congratulations, Pippa. Both of mine today relate to our high school production because our class did such a good job. My first one is for character, and it goes to a boy who showed great courage and bravery on production day. He was able to overcome his initial stage fright, and on the night he performed with his class and did a wonderful job. He's shown great character by persevering and not giving up. Congratulations, Nico. My second one is also for character. This girl showed character during our school production. She was focused and demonstrated self-responsibility and respectful behaviour. She enjoyed the experience, and her bright, happy spirit lit up the room. Throughout the performance, she had a huge smile on her face, and I don't know where to look, but congratulations, Scarlett. Okay, so I might be lucky last. This is a citizenship award, and it's for being a caring and enthusiastic local and global citizen, and for always striving to make a difference to his peers and teachers, and embracing diversity within our learning community. And my award goes to Sam McCormack from JRC.
I
I've got a few here, two for my classroom and Mr. O'Brien's, and one for a staff member. This one is for his outstanding public speaking presentation in the classroom and in the house round about the need to ban Pokemon Go. He spoke directly to the audience and told us the story in his own words. A great Thomas Frank. And the second one is for someone who demonstrated leadership and skill in helping shape the dance and song for the seniors during the Lone Star Cowboy. He worked exceptionally well as a team member by supporting, challenging and encouraging other students to improve their skills. Great work, Rocco. And the last one is for a staff member. This is for his exceptional communication skills with all staff, developing relationships with everyone, students and staff alike, for his willingness to assist other staff in times of need, for his cheeriness in general, and his aptitude for reading data. And that's Mr. Henderson.
Now we will work with these certificates. Congratulations, everyone.
One of those great workers who are across putting up their certificates. I would also like to thank many new children who came to school yesterday on Sunday. Mrs. Bergfeld said to me this morning that when she walks in after a working day, it's a real pleasure to come in because the junior playground looks gorgeous. And where's Mrs. O'Neill? What would be two words you'd use to describe the art garden this morning, Mrs. O'Neill? There you go. That's probably it. And there was a lot of work done there. In fact, Zara was working away in there with her mum. And her little sister Alice even doesn't come to school, was busy doing a lot of work there too. And I saw Amiel's dad, Brendan, was working away in there along with Krista and many other families. However, if you go down the back today, girls and boys, you will see something else that's gone up too. That's certainly going to help with the there. And I wonder if anyone can come and tell me what playtime, what that is and what it's for. Anyhow, I'd like children from the following families to come out and accept a certificate this morning, please. Oh, a big thank you certificate. The Bowley family. The Lauren family. Most of these people will be in the junior family. The Morris family. Okay, so here's Max, who's working away yesterday and eating cakes as well, isn't it? The Turner family, is Noel here? Lovely. The Mazzari family. Charlie, is Charlie here? From junior period, because I saw Charlie yesterday here working away too. The Cummins family, I saw Ashley here yesterday working away with his dad. Taylor Pence, Max or Sarah. The Mernisset family. Fidel, you coming to get the certificate this morning? Fidel. The Sango family, Will. The Hamilton family, Hayden or Caitlin. James Thorpe. James here. Maybe we could clap properly, girls and boys. Okay, we'll have Tom or Zara Rob, please. Indy Kenny is here. I saw her here yesterday too. Caitlin Perillo, working away for now. Henry Allison. Let's see. Talia, Tourist family. Once again, the Snell family, where's Tom? Okay, I saw Tom here yesterday. Thank you to all of these families. There were so many people here yesterday and we had beautiful grounds as a result. Thank you, girls and boys, and thank you, Mum and Dad, for that.
Now we can ask about
Just a few quick things this morning, girls and boys. The Australian Girls Squad will be here at lunchtime for the young girls between grade 1 and grade 6 who'd like to have an information session. And next week we have our annual string soiree on Wednesday night. And next week we have our biannual family concert on Thursday night. So please, if you want to be a part of the family concert, put your name down, fill in your form, and we'll have a lovely time together over in the theatre. Thank you.
this week we have something special to present to you. For the past few weeks, the senior unit have been working on speeches for our public speaking competition. The theme for these speeches you are about to watch is I Have a Dream, based on Martin Luther King Jr.'s speech. The competition starts when all students in the class present a speech. Two selected from each house in each class advance to the house stands. There were 12 students from each house in total. Teachers and students then voted for the top 2 from each house. Those 8 people have come here to present to us today. Presenters' scores will be added together in their houses, and highest combined scores will take home the house trophy for Public Speaking 2016. The two highest individual scores will go through to the multi-school Public Speaking Assembly next Monday.
The panel of judges today are Kate Ferguson, the President of the School Council, Mr. Exton, the SL2 teacher, and Mr. Placey, our principal. Each student will have 2 minutes to present their speech. First up, we have Elliot House presenting. Abby Carroll will now present her speech.
Oh, are we on? Sorry about that, folks. I'm just a little tired. You see, Mr. Henderson's been working me too hard with math, spelling, writing. Alright, back on track. I was just ready to leave and go to bed, but let me tell you a few facts about dreams first. Now, people think dreams are just what you imagine while sleeping. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Going to sleep opens a portal to dreamland, the magical place everyone loves. If you're over the age of 10, you enter this place at least 4 to 6 times per night. That's 1,460 to 2,190 times each year. We have start with this one. I once had a dream about painting a winning portrait. I once had a dream about painting a winning portrait. I once had a dream about painting a winning portrait. The little act I just demonstrated is what dreams look like when they repeat. You could have the same dream 3 nights in a row. Wow, what a lot of portraits. We also have silly dreams. One of the silliest dreams I had was set in a taco shop. The tacos were doing a conga line. But dreams also have another name, nightmares. These dreams are normally bad, like getting stuck in a spooky house. I'm not going to elaborate on this topic because, well, you know why. Ever heard of a jumping dream? You see, jumping dreams isn't just seeing someone jump up and down. It's when the topic of your dream changes like that. You could be swimming, to having a sleepover, to working at a sticky note factory. You'll dream every night, but don't always remember them the next morning. Strange, right? Our journey ends here with a quote from Eleanor Roosevelt. The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams.
Thank you, Abby. Now from Elliot, we have Chris Cephas. We're just going to hear one piece of feedback for Abby's speech from one of the daughters.
Outstanding, Abby. I really liked the introduction. I thought it was really clever the way you sat down in front of the audience to introduce the idea of dreams. That was really clever and well thought out. I thought you moved around the stage exceptionally well. And you spoke to the audience the whole time. You didn't use any cue cards, anything like that. So it was really just a sense of that you were telling a story about dreams. And I thought your content was held together really well. So congratulations, that's a great effort.
I have a dream that we'll finally stop destroying our world with litter and rubbish. Australia's bush, forests and reefs are some of the biggest tourist attractions in the world, and we're killing them. It's like knocking down the Eiffel Tower or the Statue of Liberty by dropping a chocolate wrapper on it. It would have to come from the biggest chocolate bar ever, but that's a different story. You might think just dropping one little wrapper isn't a problem, but slowly, throughout your day, you're destroying the world. You start your day walking to school, and you snag a bit of extra energy with a muesli bar. And you can't see any bins around you, so you drop it in the gutter as you walk past. Later, during recess, you're eating a pack of chips, and you and your friends are playing a really fun game. You can't afford to waste time putting something in the bin, so you drop it next to you as you run. Then at lunch, you finish eating a sandwich, and you and your friends are doing last round of playground zip. And you don't have time to put the glad wrap from your sandwich in the bin. So as you run out the door, you drop it on the ground. Then, on the way home, you go to the milk bar and you buy yourself a chocolate bar. And on the way home, after you finish eating it, well, I'll give you 3 guesses what you do with the wrapper. Now, when you think about it, all litter is people being too lazy to get up, walk 4 or 5 steps to a bin, and put the litter away. The only reason there is such thing as litter is because humans are lazy. Hands up everybody who has either been in this situation or a similar. You're sitting on the couch and you've just got really comfortable when you realize the remote is just out of reach and you just sit there for a while, trying to make yourself get up and reach it. Not to mention the other safety hazards of litter. Small children left unattended outside for a minute or 2 can injure themselves or eat bits of sharp rubbish. And rubbish left in the middle of the road is just a car accident waiting to happen. In the US alone, 40% of all accidents are caused by road crew. I have a dream. Thank you.
Thanks, Chris. That was great. What I really liked about it was a great topic and really relevant. And you were able to include everyone by asking the question, so that kept everyone engaged and interested. I really liked that you had cue cards and you looked up. So you used them when you needed to, but you didn't let them take over. And there was some great eye contact with the audience, which always helps with the audience engagement. So well done, Chris. Good job.
Now from Bradman, we have Nia Hughes. The sugar epidemic. Maroon 5 sang about it. Mary Poppins used a spoonful of it. D&C had cake made of it by the ocean. Darwin made dessert with it. The modern world is consumed with it. I have a dream to be part of a new generation. To be part of a healthier generation. One that will know of the dangers of sugar. And I hope you will be too. Sugar is everywhere these days. In fact, about 3/4 of the supermarket products have added sugar in them. This isn't just because of the obvious products like chocolate and marshmallows. This is because of the hidden sugar in many unexpected products. Did you know that healthy, plain, low-fat Yoplait yogurt has 24 grams of sugar in it? That's like eating 24 whole spoons of sugar. Imagine eating 664,372,340 Skittles. Well, that's how much sugar, on average, you eat per year. Because people are eating so much sugar, it's become such a huge and important problem for the world and the medical industry. The surprising thing is, you don't have to be, fat to get something gross like diabetes. You can be thin and eat a lot of sugar and get something horrible like fatty liver disease, which in time can lead to cancer. If you're this time of thinking, I'm never eating sugar again, it's totally gross, then I can tell you, you shouldn't be thinking this. Sugar is bad if you eat too much of it over a long period of time. My dream is to help people moderate the amount of sugar they eat. So I advise you don't always eat a lot of sugar, but if you have it as treats now and again, then it's okay.
Well done, Neve, that was terrific. And I really admire your confidence and ability to take a risk by putting your cue cards on the floor before you enter the stage. I think that was impressive. An important topic for all of us. And now that you've got your cue cards, which you didn't need clearly. Great entertaining speech, and I really commend you on what you just did. Thank you very much.
From Bradman, now we have Luca Best.
Black and white. Imagine a world without black and white. Think about it. What would your dream of a world without black and white look like? You couldn't play chess, checkers, or dice games. All piano and keyboard teachers would lose their jobs. and a lot of people would have their hobbies taken away from them. Think, a zebra would not be an animal. But what if they still were animals? Could that be? Well, you never know. Zebras could be colourful with red and green stripes. Or maybe even be multicoloured. Now that's an idea. Of course, there'll be no magpies. This means no Collingwood Football Club. Now, I'll give you a bit of time to cheer about that. If there was no black and white, New Zealand would have no sports teams. No all-white soccer team, no all-black rugby team, and no black caps cricket team. This has got to be good for Australia, because no one likes to lose to New Zealand. Now, I also had another dream about a world without black and white, where people have views that are extreme. Some see black, where others see white. They disagree, sometimes violently. In the playground, two kids might fight. When it's between countries, it can start a war. Between religions, it can lead to terrorism. If there was no black and white in the world would be a much more colourful place with no extreme views, and everyone would get along happily together. Now that is the kind of world I dream about, and maybe could be yours too.
Luca, that was exceptional. Beautiful, beautiful content. I love the way it. You went from funny about All Blacks and magpies, which is a bit sad for me, and but then you went to the serious content about. You sort of segued so comfortably into the serious content, and you talked about the world being a much more colourful place. That's exceptional, incredible. I thought that was fantastic. Great job.
Now from Cuthbert we have Abby Ryder.
Have you ever wanted to have one extra day in the weekend? To have one more day to sleep in and do whatever you want, whenever you want? I have a dream to add Friday to the weekend. By Friday, everyone is tired and sleepy. Why waste your time trying not to fall asleep? You could be lying on the couch relaxing. This is what I'd rather be doing on Friday. Having more time to do things is important. With more time, people spend hours outside instead of inside with their eyes glued to an iPad. Adding Friday to the weekend gives people ample time to do things. Having a dream that benefits other people is so important. If your dream was for the zombie apocalypse to happen tomorrow, just because you wanted to be a zombie, what would happen to the rest of civilization? Adding Friday to the weekend would help everyone get more sleep. Sleep is important because it helps your memory and your ability to learn. Also, sleep is involved with repairing your heart and blood vessels. Ongoing sleep deficiency increases the risk of heart disease and high blood pressure. If Friday was added to the weekend, everyone would get so much more sleep. And I haven't even started on holidays. When you go on holiday, you miss so much school. Even when you go on holidays that are 3 days long, you come back to find yourself behind work. If the weekend was Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, you could have short holidays and not miss any work. These are just a few reasons why Friday should be added to the weekend. Having more time to spend outside and the ability to learn better are just two things that would come with Friday being added to the weekend.
That was great. I really loved the structure that you had, a really punchy and attention-grabbing introduction. Then you had the content, and then you wrapped it up really nicely. And that's always a great sign of a well-structured speech. So well done. I thought that the audience were interested, and I think you had something for everyone in your content. So thanks, great job. Great job with your eyes, and great job also with modulating your voice and using it to really good impact. Well done.
Now from Cuthbert we have Annabelle Simpson.
Imagine you are wandering the streets at night. No food and nowhere to sleep. Approximately 7.6 million pets wander the streets underweight and anxious. But that's just in the United States. Animal neglect is when you fail to provide the basic care for an animal to stay healthy. One of the most severe diseases that neglected pets can get is mange. Mange is a skin disease caused by parasites. It results in hair loss, scabbing, and itching. Some cases are so bad you can't even tell what breed the animal is. Animal cruelty is not just in a physical form, it's also in a psychological form. 13% of animal cruelty cases involve violence. Poor animals who are victims are scared for life. Psychological abuse to an animal puts people behind bars for many years. Every year, 7.6 million pets are neglected, but 2.7 million are rescued each year. They're given care and food, so we are doing something to help. Continue to help and create a world without animal cruelty and neglect. I have a dream to stop animal cruelty and neglect.
Well done, Annabelle. That was terrific. What a great introduction by using the word imagine to capture the audience's attention, supported with some really strong facts about your topic. It's something that's relevant to all of us, and I think you really engage the audience by doing that. So thank you. Well done.
Now from Fraser we have Ash Place.
Have I ever told you about the time I jumped off the Eiffel Tower and then I landed in one of those pretty Japanese gardens? No? Well, that's good, because that never actually happened. It was all just a dream, but it was such a cool dream. One moment I was admiring a beautiful bird's eye view of Paris. The next, I was falling like a bird without wings. Then, when I woke up, I was like, whoa, that was such a cool dream. Then I was like, why did I dream about that? Why did we dream at all? Well, after a lot of research, determination, and technology, we still don't have any answers. But we have a few theories. In the early 1900s, a man called Sigmund Freud theorized that everything we remember from a dream has a meaning. If you dreamt about a shoe, which means strength, and a hat, which means status, then your subconscious mind probably wants a good reputation among people and a strength to order them around. Nightmares represent things that you don't want or that you're worried about, so that your conscious mind realizes and solves these problems. We all know that sleep is good for you, however, dreaming is even better. In 2010, scientists discovered that people are up to 10 times better at a maze if they dreamt about the maze before their second go, proving that it really does work to sleep on it. Scientists think that dreaming triggers a special memory process that can't be done when you're awake, and dreaming improves your memory and recollection abilities. Well, that's it for now. But hey, maybe you will discover by a dream. Or you, or maybe you. In the meantime, I'm going back to that pretty Japanese vibe.
Great job, Ash. I really liked your introduction to the speech. That you're talking about your own dream and then inviting the audience into that. I thought that was a really clever way of getting the audience involved. You spoke to the audience the whole time. You didn't use any cue cards, which is again exceptional. I thought you were really entertaining. I like the way you used hand gestures and really spoke to the audience and entertained us. So great. Great job, fantastic.
Finally today we have Lucy Police from Fraser.
Like every student in this room, I go to school, and have been for the past 7 years. When I was 6, I came to school and learned the alphabet and how to spell my name. I learned how to read and write and do maths. But can you imagine never getting this chance? Being 5 or 6 years old and never going to school, never getting an education and learning the things you need to know to get a job and have a career. Instead, you stay home and must take on the burden of domestic work. This is the life for millions of girls all over the world, as they are denied an education and robbed of their childhood. In just 1 minute, 27 girls are denied an education, forced into marriage and dropping out of school, leaving some third world countries to lose more than $1 billion in failing to educate girls at the same standard as boys, making 64% of illiterate adults women. My dream is to one day change those numbers to 0, giving girls and women all over the world a chance to go to school and get an education, no matter where they are. Allowing all girls to have a choice in marriage and not have to choose between school and parenthood. Every girl deserves a chance to learn. Whether they are 5 or 30, all women are equal and should have a chance at education. Gender inequality has been going on for thousands of years, and now in the 21st century, we can make a change. Giving girls all over the world a voice to speak up and choose their life, and not have to choose and get rid of school and their education. Global equality doesn't happen overnight, but slowly we're reaching our goal of having all women know how to read and write and do maths, because they went to school just like we do.
Lucy, where are you? Oh, that was a fabulous introduction. It really captured everyone's attention. And what I really liked is that you were able to draw on a topic that was able to link our own experiences here and then contrast them to something else that was going on. And so it was that compare and contrast, and that's a really good skill. What I also liked was that you were your posture was great and you were firmly positioned on the stage. And we've seen different styles today, so that's not the only style that works, but today that really worked for you, and I thought it was a great speech. Well done. Great topic, very powerful.
The judges will now confer on the House winner. In the meantime, Harrison and Ella have some questions for the seniors. What did you learn during the public speaking unit? Anyone that, yeah. What did you learn during the public speaking unit?
Well, I learned like to stay still when I was talking because I usually move my head around and like to not.
Anyone else? What did you learn?
I learned to keep calm and speak clearly.
Anyone else? Max, what did you learn?
Say ums and ahs.
Yes, that's a good one. And our class did lots of that. Me.
I learned that your first speech isn't always your best speech because I had to change mine a couple of times before it got good, so just get the system again.
Rocco.
I learned that you should keep it plain and simple.
Eddie.
I learned that you don't always succeed on your first try. I learned what to say on England. I learned how to write a structured speech.
Anyone else? I learned how to be a good listener. Before we announce the winners, we have some certificates to present to the finalists. Can the finalists please come up to the stage? Congratulations to all of our finalists.
So I've been asked just to speak briefly today, and I realise you've seen such great speakers that I'm feeling like I need to stand tall and project my voice better. My experience with public speaking is in many different areas, but what I absolutely love is that you are able to learn and practice the craft of public speaking at such a great age to be learning. What you saw today was so many different styles, and that's what I love, is that you can show your own personality, still being clear, still capturing everyone's attention, but also showing what's special about you. So I love that we saw so many different styles today,
And I think you would have all agreed that there is no one great style, they're all great styles. So I really enjoyed that. I also love a few little pointers. So I'd like to tell you something, is the speed and also when you don't speak can be very powerful. So sometimes if you pause, you let your audience consider and churn over the information that you've just given them. And that can actually be just as powerful as the words that you're using. So have a think about that in your own speeches. Have a think about the power that speech and silence uses. And also always be giving your audience time to digest and process what you're telling them. So I can see that you've had so many great examples, and I'd like you to take it back to your own classrooms and in your own presentations to use some of what you've seen today. All right, well, thank you very much for that. I'm going to now give certificates to all of the House participants here, and it's such a great job, and you can tell by the standard that we saw today that all of your senior speeches must have been fantastic, because for these 8 students to be representing you at such a high standard shows me the quality was really, really outstanding. Firstly, I'd like to give Annabelle Simpson. Ash Place. That was what's confusing. Well done, Ash. Two thinkers. Avocado. Lee, Nikki. Happy Riker. Lucy Boyce. Thanks and congratulations to all.
Thanks, Kate. The judges will now announce the House winners. Could we please give a big round of applause for all of the public speaking finalists? Alright, so the scores haven't finally been tallied or added up, so we just need like a moment to add them up. Alright, so the winners are going to be announced at lunch eating time over the loudspeakers. So make sure you're listening when the bell goes. The judges don't want to rush the decision, so we'll get the best winner. Thank you to the judges, especially Kate Ferguson, for taking the time out of her busy schedule. Thank you to Mr. Pelosi and Mr. Exton. Thanks to all the senior teachers for the efforts for making the public speaking unit lots of fun. Finally, could we please have one rep from ML1, ML6, ML5, and SL6 to collect the lost property jumpers bundles over there. Are there any other announcements? Please don't face the teachers.
What do we do about the computer? Because it's recording. No, stop this. A chair with the recording stick on it. I'll do it before getting. You said that was extra. No, just extra. Just put it back a little bit.